Hello everyone and welcome to a new reaction series for my channel. This is... I nearly called it the wrong name then, and they said this is Heartbreaker. It's not Heartbreaker. That's incredibly morbid and, not the kind of vibe I'm hoping this show gives off. This is Heartstopper, which I suppose is also quite morbid because if your heart stopped, you're dead. I'm hoping it's not a literal sense in what they're going for here. I don't think it is. What a weird start. Anyway, recently on my channel I finished the Buffyverse, so Buffy and Angel. Nearly 4 years on my channel, kind of getting through that. So that's kind of opened up some space, and I thought, getting such a big part of my channel for the past 4 years out of the way like that, it gives me a chance to kind of look and what should I do differently now? Can I change it up? How do I tackle, future shows going forward, now that kind of a bit more space has opened up. And I thought I would try shows that I don't tend to cover on my channel, or that I don't tend to watch myself. I kind of want to push into things that aren't normally what I'd kind of gravitate towards in terms of shows and stuff. But there's a lot of hype in the past couple of weeks about this coming out, and a trailer was released and everything for Heartstopper. I know it's based on some graphic novels, I think, which seems to be quite popular, and I know a lot of people were getting quite excited for this. So I thought, this was the perfect opportunity really for me to try something a bit different, see what it has to offer. I think the episode's like half an hour, so it's going to be fairly bingeable for me, fairly easy to edit down as well, hopefully, if the episode is shorter like that. But yeah, I know it's about a romance between two boys at school, I believe. I thought I should expand my horizons a bit and, really diversify the types of shows that I do. And I feel like this is kind of the perfect fit for that. From what I'm getting from it, I'm hoping it's kind of quite wholesome vibes. And I feel like that's very much needed in the world as it is today. Especially, the last few years have been, So hopefully there's some kind of cheeriness to this, and it's not too bleak and dramatic. I mean, there's probably going to be drama because it's a TV show, but I'm hoping this kind of offers something a bit different to the roster of shows that I've covered before. Maybe bring some new people in. If you are new, hi, welcome. But yeah, I'm actually quite excited to check this out, because it's just very, very different from the norm of what I cover. I am very, very intrigued to see what Heartstopper has to offer. So let's get into the first episode. I like that it's kind of set like a comic or a graphic novel.
Don't forget there might be students from all school years in your new form groups.
Is that Stephen Fry?
Next to Nicholas Nelson. He's in year 11, so only 1 year older than you. One of the rugby boys, I think. I'm sure you'll get along swimmingly.
I have a feeling they will, actually, yeah.
Really doesn't affect me in any way whatsoever.
Teacher of the Year. I like the kind of stylistic additions and the things flying about.
That's so cute.
Okay. That's me accepting a compliment.
See you later, yeah. Still not telling her about this.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes. Oh my god, they're doing all the tropey things. I love it.
Are you literally doing your homework or walking to your lessons? I might be. That's very chaotic. I can just... Let me just... Get off! How dare you? Better?
I wonder if they repeat that at some point and he makes it a heart instead of a smiley face.
Hi.
Why are you talking to me? I don't even know who you are. Alright.
Yeah, alright. Obviously it's better that she's at an all-girls school now. Mr. Reed was still refusing to call her out. Yeah, Mr. Reed's a massive transphobe. It's still weird, though. There used to be 4 of us, and now there's only 3. The one that looks like a golden retriever. He doesn't look like a golden retriever.
Charlie, you don't have a tissue, do you?
Oh boy. How did you get it all over your hands like that?
Coming off. You're going to be blue forever.
It looks like I'm wearing blue gloves.
You can make it the new school.
You look like you've high-fived a Smurf. Oh, that was me starting secondary school. All my friends went to another school.
We don't make exceptions, even for new students. You can have this back from reception at the end of the day.
You can't have your phone during break. That seems a bit harsh.
You know, I'm sorry about ignoring you yesterday.
I should think so. I like that was shot so the smile was upside down. Nice touch.
It's better to be honest about your feelings in the long run.
I hate being honest.
I know. It took you 3 months to tell me you were being bullied.
Oh. I love it when they have like a supportive teacher. Oh. Okay. Hope. That's an ironic last name for you, sir. I don't think he's the one who needs to be worried about that. Clearly, you're the one who's worried about that.
Morning.
Jesus, Tori.
Okay.
Why's your face like that?
Bloody hell. I mean, I think we probably need to find a new Flash, so, you know, looks like he fits the bill.
I had something I wanted to ask you. Charlie,
Oh no.
I wanted to tell you, I want to be with you forever. Do you want to join the rugby team? What?
No.
We have enough players for the team. Aren't I a bit small and weak to be a rugby player? We're just a school team, you know. It's not that serious. So you're saying I am small and weak? No.
Played the old Uno reverse card. Fun fact about me, I got tackled playing rugby. Hit my head on a rock, caused a bleed behind my eye. That's why I'm in glasses. So there you go.
He's not, well, skinny though.
Can even play, like, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but we actually want to be decent. He even likes sports. Everyone knows he's gay.
Oh Christ. Maybe actually give him a chance first? Dicks.
Let's try again while I'm actually moving. Come on. I'm going to die.
Someone will die. Of fun. Oh, he's part of the gang. Wholesome. Aww. They're missing each other. Uh-oh. I don't like this.
You're wearing a coat. It's not even cold.
It's February.
Lame.
What do you want, Ben? I said I don't want to meet up with you anymore.
Yeah, and I don't believe you.
What?
You're clearly just scared of getting caught.
Why would I be scared of getting
You're projecting onto him, pal.
Everyone in school already knows I'm gay. If you're figuring stuff out, fine. Take your time. I've already been there for you. Don't you think I, of all people...
Yeah, dragging someone else into insecurity is not going to help, is it?
Why are you angry at me? I'm angry because you never even slightly cared about my feelings.
Well, it's not like anyone else is going to want to go out with you, is it?
Oh Christ. Oh no. Thump him.
What more do you want from me?
To figure it out on your own. Oh.
He told you to stop.
Yeah.
Sorry. You have nothing to be sorry about. Sorry. Bye.
When I see you again. I like that it's kind of starting on like a foundation of trust, and it's gonna clearly build into something more.
Good practice.
Olivia Colman? It wasn't already on board. Thank you for being. Thank you for being alive. Oh, I like that his surname's Spring. Because things are blossoming. Okay, I thought it was a really strong first episode. I think they did a good job at kind of establishing, you know, some of the core characters and the core relationships I think they're going to be exploring over the course of this whole like season. And yeah, you know, I think the little sparks of something between, I need to remember the names, Charlie and Nick, you know, I think that was done pretty well. You know, it seems more so maybe a one-sided thing currently, but I'm pretty sure that will change. And maybe that's going to be something to explore. 'Cause, you know, this felt very much like, this is Charlie's point of view. I don't know if he's like, you know, the main character of this, if you will, and he's like the one we kind of follow most of the time. Or if it's going to be like, sometimes Nick gets more focus, sometimes maybe their friends get more focus, because we did have a few moments in this who were like switched to like Elle, for example, in her school. So I'm imagining, you know, they're all going to kind of get their little moments to shine as well, and they're going to have their own little plot threads going on. But yeah, I think they came across as very likable. I mean, the ones that we're supposed to like, I assume. You know, I think the Tom situation's tricky, because obviously he's just working things out, and that's obviously making him quite insecure, I would assume, and he's projecting that onto Charlie, and I guess just all in that confusion, you know, he's really gone about that the wrong way. I feel like maybe it doesn't compute to him, like maybe, you know, just working out what you like, who you like, you know, personal stuff like that. I don't know if he realizes that is something you can do on your own, and maybe should do on your own at this point in time. You know, having a girlfriend when you kind of know, you know, that may not be ultimately what you want. You know, it's not going to be painful for all involved in the long run. And having that this secret thing is not going to be good for the other's feelings if he's like forcing it to be a secret, forcing it to be on his own terms. So, you know, you can understand Charlie's kind of built up resentment, I guess, for that whole situation. Because it's not Tom's fault that he's struggling with his sexuality or anything, but, you know, the way he's going about struggling with it is kind of, he's dragging other people into that, and that's just unfair on them. And he's kind of, yeah, it seems to be like a very selfish exploration, but not in a way as if I'm going to go away and, you know, discover this for myself, research this for myself. It's very much like, you know, I'll have a girlfriend and also have this secret guy on the side, and that will help me figure out what I want, what I like, which just isn't the way to go about it. So, you know, it's a very, very flawed teenager, not particularly big fan of him, you know, forcing himself on Charlie at the end there. So that wasn't his finest moment, you know, bit of a dick move. But I like that Nick kind of sensed something was up with Charlie and kind of checked on him and got him out of there. So I don't know if that's just kind of that for that relationship, or if Tom keeps popping up and there's going to be some kind of conflict there, maybe. I don't know if it's going to be like a love triangle kind of thing. Hopefully not, because I don't think Tom's the right choice at all. But maybe it would also be good to see maybe Charlie kind of come into his own in that relationship, kind of make his own stand against Tom. Maybe that's something they could build towards, maybe for like the end of the season or something. I don't know if this is like, could be multiple seasons, or if it's just like, this is one story, they've covered like the whole graphic novel or whatever in like this 8-episode season. I don't know if, you know, the thing it's based on is still going, or if there's more to do. So that's obviously something for me to discover as the show goes on. And I mean, if it ends on a great big cliffhanger, you know, they're dangling from a rooftop or something at the end of episode 8, and then it cuts to black and that's it, I'd assume there would be more to come, fingers crossed. So we'll see like how a complete story kind of pans out. So maybe, you know, any kind of conclusion, if there is any, with the whole Tom situation, you know, that might come at a later date, that might come sooner than I thought. That might be like something for the final episode of this season or something. But yeah, I do like that Charlie does have some firm kind of bases of trust. He's kind of formed that with Nick in this one as well. It's obviously going to blossom into something else. He had that with that teacher. I really like that he does have a teacher who clearly cares for his needs and stuff, and allows him to, you know, have lunch in his classroom. This is kind of a safe space for him when he needs it, you know. And it's nice that it's clearly gotten to a point where Charlie feels like he doesn't need to always go there. So clearly things are getting better for him, which is good. And, you know, I think Tori, was his sister's name. You know, she obviously very interested in, you know, what his perfect guy would be and stuff. So, you know, he's got some support there, and from all his friends as well, who we didn't spend too much time with, but I'm sure the time will come for that a bit later on. So we had Tao, I think it was, and then Isaac and Elle, who I think we saw a bit more of because she's obviously at a new school, and yeah, hasn't made any new friends yet, which was a big mood for me when I started my new school. When I went to secondary school, all my friends went to the other one, so I didn't know anyone. So terrifying kind of thing, and very hard to kind of, you know, put yourself out there a bit and try and make some friends. So maybe that's going to be a little arc for Elle to go through as well. We shall see. But yeah, I'm liking a lot of the characters, and I'm intrigued to see where this whole thing leads. I'm sure like the main crux of the show and the main story is going to be the relationship between Charlie and Nick. And I think we had a really strong foundation for that to be explored with this one. And Olivia Colman is in it, which I didn't know. That's pretty damn cool. I love Olivia Colman, so, you know, you put her in anything, I will watch it. So that was a nice surprise to see her pop up. I don't know how much we'll get of her, because I imagine she's quite in demand. You know, it was kind of a brief moment in this one, but bloody cool. So, you know, they've got a great cast in this, from what I've seen thus far. I don't know if I've seen anyone else in stuff before, apart from, I think, the guy who plays Nick. I think he was in Rocket Man. I think he was like a young Elton John in that. And I only watched Rocket Man literally like a week ago. My friend made me watch it, sent me down, and it was very good, and he was very good in it. So, you know, I think we've got a strong kind of cast of characters in this first one, and I'm excited to see where they kind of take it next. So yeah, very strong first episode. I'm surprised how much I enjoyed it. Got quite into it, considering the episodes, you know, like fairly short. I think they established everything they needed to do really well, and it didn't feel like necessarily too rushed or anything. I don't think. Maybe if it was just like instant love at first sight with Charlie and Nick, and you know they just went from there, I think maybe then been like, oh wow, that's happened very fast. But you know, it seems like we're more focusing on Charlie's side of things, and maybe we're going to explore Nick's side of things, and then it will kind of come together in organic way. So yeah, this is a really great start. I actually really enjoyed it. So I look forward to seeing how the story progresses, and I will find out right now because I'm watching episode 2 now. But yeah, really, really strong start. I'm looking forward to seeing where this whole kind of little journey goes for the other like 7 episodes, I think it is. I think there's 8 total. So yeah, I'm excited. I really enjoyed this first one. So hopefully you enjoyed the reaction to it. I will try and kind of get a lot of these reactions out as soon as possible, really. I don't have a certain time frame for how long it's going to take me to get through this, but either way, I hope you enjoyed, and until my next reaction, thanks for watching.